Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Oh my, Tuesday. So good to see you. And yesterday we didn't get to have a stream, did we? So I really miss you and I hope you miss me too. And so today, Tuesday, okay, unofficially, it's my GeckoRouge Day. You should know by now if you're regular. And we have many here. And so this project is called Craft Cupboard. You've never seen it before. It's by GeckoRouge. It's a company that specialized in made-to-order cross stitching kits, and this piece is based on an artwork from Collin Thompson, and he's quite known in the jigsaw world as well. And he's got, from what I know, quite a few exclusive pieces with GeckoRouge there. So if you're interested, then head over. And this one is a massive, massive piece, okay? We're talking about super size and then some. So let me show you what it looks like. You've never seen it before. It's an adventure, okay? It's an adventure for me, even after all this time working on this piece. So there you go. I know. The first time I saw this artwork, I just couldn't believe my eyes. I didn't know what I was looking at, and there's so much going on, and I was totally drawn to it, and to the point that it was haunting me at night and sometimes during the day as well. And I was going back and forth thinking, should I get a large piece like this? And there was a little bit of, few British pounds involved, and finally I decided to go for it and never look back. But it's a slightly long story. This is the second start, okay? So I got this project 2.5 years ago, close to 3 years ago. And I had to restart just recently. And if you want to know what happens, we can, touch upon it a little bit later on. But also there's an entire stream dedicated to what happened. So look it up and you will find out what happened. So this piece, as I said, I've been working on for close to 3 years, but this is the new start, okay? So I want to show you where I am today. Look at this. It's a massive, massive piece. And I decided to start right at the bottom and toward the center there. So my plan is to, this time around, following the pattern I like and go for the complete opposite from my first start, which was the upper left here. Okay, quite a typical location to start with the upper left there. But as I was working on the upper left area for quite a while, I'll just flip the chart over so you know what's happening there. I was looking at this area for 2.5 years, I ask you. And so I thought, well, for a restart, because I had to, I wanted to move to a completely different location. And obviously, you can't just willy-nilly just go anywhere. So you need a kind of anchor point, either the corner, center, somehow. So I decided to come down here. And also, I've got this little kitty waiting for me. And I'll show you a little bit more my progress here. Okay, so this is why in terms of the location, so you have some idea. And then I want to show you the numbers. We want some numbers. Upper left, where it says progress, is currently 0.66. But we're talking about an extremely, large project. And if you don't believe me, if you look at the number of stitches there, it's over 900,000. Ladies and gentlemen. So it's not bad at all. Currently, I have completed just over 6,000. And if you know my typical speed and how many whips I have, that's not bad at all, is it? So I'm not mad about that. So if you look down, following the left panel, it says 149 colors. So that's the number of colors of threads involved. So somewhere in the heaven and earth expansion range. It's not regular, but it's also not max colors. But in terms of size, is super size plus, okay, much bigger. So and today I am going to start, a fresh sprint, okay? No hint there. You know, every stream is a new stream. Every day is a new day. So today, this tracker, this sprint, will capture every single stitch I'll be making during this session. And who knows, you know, I might do pretty good. I have a feeling. I'm feeling positive. I didn't get to stitch yesterday at all. So today I'm ready, okay? Maybe double speed, who knows? And by the end of every stream, we play this game called Guess My Stitches. It's great fun, okay? Come play with Yogi, and by the end of the stream, you get to guess how many stitches I got. As it says on the tin, okay? No surprises there. And yes, here we go. So, before I even start a single stitch, of course, I want to say hello to all of you. Welcome. Guys, it's so good to see you. Oh man, if I don't stream for one day, I feel like I haven't streamed for like an entire week. I'm dying to go. Okay, so who have we got here in the chat today? First of all, we have Sarah. Sarah has been engaged in some, you know, dangerous, really, how can I put it? Extreme sport in stitching, okay? Sarah has been doing a 48-hour marathon, and it's still ongoing. So I don't know how it works. Is that broken down in multiple days? I presume not continuously stitching for 48 hours. I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me, because Sarah is a Captain Alien. She's in charge of the Alien Club, okay? And if you want to know about the qualification, you'll find out. If you cross the line, you get sent to Alien Club. So Sarah today says, today's to-do list: stitch, 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 have coffee and chocolate break, stitch some more. Yes, you can stitch all you want, but without power snacks and power drinks, we're going nowhere, are we? We're athletes. Well done, Sarah. Amazing to see you. And then we have Alice and Rennie. Welcome, says evening. I'm back. Hobby home from offshore, and we were a caravan for a few days with no Wi-Fi. Have been doing my homework and catching up. Well, the only caravan I know is the one I'm stitching with Amy Stewart piece. Is it a library as well? Is it a moving library? That sounds amazing. And then we have Brittany. Hello. Well, let me check the day of the week when I see Brittany. It's supposed to be weekend, this Tuesday. Oh, but she says, I'll be at work. Have fun. Brittany just wants to say hello. Normally she's at work, but we're here with you. Okay, you can sneakily listen to Yogi and everyone else. And then we have Chantal Pitts. Amazing. And Chloe C as well, and Collin, welcome back, and Amira Fire, welcome, and yes, indeed, and Cynthia, oh, it's been a little while, welcome, good to see you in the chat. And Sarah, of course, Sarah is providing us, oh, so that wasn't the quote before, it's stitch, 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 that worked as well. But we have it's a quote of the day from Sarah every day. We're so lucky. She says, difficult road today leads to beautiful destinations. Absolutely. You know, whatever challenge we've been put, you know, in life, as they say, I'm not a sort of Bible reader. I think it says something along the lines of, you know, paraphrasing, God will never put you in a challenge that you cannot handle. So, you know, trust life, and trust whatever it's about, whatever you believe, okay? And that's what I believe. And Natty is also here as well. Welcome. And Clara, hello from Texas. Oh, Clara, yes. And hello from Netherlands, from is it Leisure? Lydia. Ligda. I try. I know. You'll get used to it. I butcher names. That's my middle name. Hello from the Netherlands. Welcome to the chat. And if you're lurking, you know, on a regular basis, or just found us, just come forward to say hello, so I know you're there. And Betty Lou Taylor is also here. welcome. And Alandria is also here as well. Good to see you. I hope the new job has gone well. And Henny S as well says Yogi and chat, happy stitching. And who else have we got here? Suzanne as well. And let's scroll down here. Busy Mom, hello, hello. And Wendy is also here. Chelsea Summers, welcome back. And let's see, what have we got here? Kimberly is back here with us, and Nikki, of course, lovely Nikki. It's like a ray of sunshine. And don't tell her, don't tell her. I'm always happy to see her. And Frida as well. And welcome back. And Hamster, Homestead Knitting. Hello, hello. Yes, welcome back. And Donna Mary as well. Good to see you. And Bess Williams, Bess Williams, I can't read today, guys. And Mandy Moran as here as well. And Collin Lloyd, Collin, I've seen you before, yes, of course. And Michelle Fuller as well, waving to the chat. And Lisa says, evening, everyone, lurking, stitching, yes, that's the best, isn't it, for some of us. And Fliss Floss, but I can't look, I'm right here. And Fliss Floss says, hello, everyone. Belinda is also here as well, and Diamonds is also back as well. And Suzanne says, it's all eyes that were haunting you. I know. It's a strange piece. It's haunting me. And Lisa as well. Lisa. Yeah, Suzanne, you're not helping, are you? And Brandy is also back. Also good to see all of you. And Kerry Van Cassel, hello, it's been a while. And Ray's Housen as well, and Pirate, and Brittany, hello. Hello again. Good to know you're lurking. And Jersey Girl as well. And Karen Sutherland, hello. Serena, hello, good to see you. And Janine is also back with us. And Chrissy says, hello, everyone, waving. And Cynthia, yes. Cynthia, it's been a little while, isn't it? I hope you're well. And Milana, are you new to us? Oh, good to see you. If I have seen you before, it's probably been a while. Hang on, let me just have a sip of water, okay? And give me a second here. Good to see you. My throat has been a little bit ticklish. Oh, yes, I know. Sometimes, when I teach classes, when I come home, for some reason, my throat will start to play up. I think it's my body is fighting off, maybe, I don't want to say germs, but, everybody's carrying a little bit of something. And I'm kind of around a lot of people daily basis. So, it kind of just naturally picks something up. But my body's always tried to kind of just get rid of it. And it works quite well. So hopefully it's going to be gone very soon. And let's have a look. And who else? I've said hello to everybody, and I'll come back to the comments in a more detail. So here we go. Let's start with a little bit of a warming up, shall we? It's like a, yoga class. You start with a little bit of breathing, move around, and then you want to get to it. So here we go. And guys, let me know what you're working on this Tuesday. And here we go. Oh, Cynthia. Hello, Cynthia. Cynthia has joined the Yogi Squad. And some of you, have you noticed your badge looks slightly different? Some of you have the badge color changed slightly. I think what happens is if you been a member for more than a month, and the color changes as well. How exciting. So you've got different colors. And Cynthia, welcome to Yogi Squad. And yes, we do have membership here. If you'd like to join us, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate all of you. And Laura has joined us as well. Hello, everyone. Yes, she says. Good to see you. And I hope everything is well for you. And you're ready for a nice spot of stitching with me. Okay, I can't wait. And so I am going to, my plan today, okay, let me just touch upon what I'm going to do today. So the last few sessions I've been working, so if you look to the right here of this Mr. Potato person, and it's kind of in the middle of the work right here, and then I kind of moved my fabric a little bit to the left here, and because this area is literally the belly of the kitty here. So let me just show you where I am, so you know how to orient yourself when you look at what I'm looking on. So if you just look at the screen right here, I'm gonna flip over. Okay, not flip over. I'm gonna show you the mock-up of exactly where I am. So you can see I'm just at the bottom, not at the bottom, at the belly of the kitty here, and underneath is this, well, you know, apparently a cottage. I see a crab. Okay. Guys, if you just have seen this piece for the first time, you tell me what's going on at the belly below where the kitty is. Okay, you let me know. I don't want to give you hints. You know, we had a few debates and whatever. You know, I see what I see. Okay, and so here we go. That's where I am. So the plan today is to continue to work on this area. It looks quite exciting and it's taking me to a lot of colors, different range of colors. I've got a lot of green down here, a lot of orange up there, and whatever else is over there. I'm going to just move. And the way I'm stitching is I'm not trying to complete as I go. I have no obligation. I can just go wherever I want to go, okay? And just keep moving wherever I want. So yes, and have you noticed the thumbnail today dedicated to this, whatever it is, okay? I don't care. It's not a cottage to me. You know, you can tell me, you can repeat it as many times as you want. I cannot unsee what I'm seeing. So, so today I am going to continue with this area, maybe come down a little bit, but I want to keep exploring forward and maybe up as well if I fancy, and just follow the color and follow the pattern and do what I like. I love it. I love this way of stitching for this piece. You know, for 28 counts, I have no desire to park whatsoever. No desire to park. And I just want to flow wherever I want. I think it's due to the size of the stitches. It just doesn't call for parking. And talking about parking, and finally, hopefully this Saturday, finally I'll be able to do the Gemma's method demo. Okay, we've been trying for a couple of weeks now. Week 1 we streamed in the wrong location, and that's me. Second time, last week, we tried again, but I had to cancel. It was also me, but I was trying to help out another teacher, okay? And with the classes, so I had to cover some classes there around that time. But this Saturday, hopefully we get to do a double, okay? A double stream, and we're going to be using the Saturday for one additional stream whenever we can, for either demos or some sort of whip parade or whatever special theme events, because you know, regular stitching is regular stitching. We want to keep that going, but we want to add a little bit more, right? It's more fun for things that you know, slightly trickier to do on regular sessions. So. And there's also a plan. I'm still exploring the technical solution for members only streams, and we can, you know, do something a little slightly different there as well. We'll have smaller group, more intimate, maybe a Zoom type a gathering as well, so I can see you work as you work as well. How exciting. So if you'd like to join us, you know, consider joining the membership as well. But everybody's welcome. The fact that you're here watching, joining us to stitch is the best gift you can give and support this channel. So thank you so much, all of you. So here we go. I am gonna just pick a color I fancy. It could be a 310, I don't know. There's a little bit of 310 going there, but I think, let me have a look. I quite fancy working on this area. It's calling me. You know, sometimes on the pattern, just go, stitch me, stitch me. So I'm going to just come over here and look after this area a little bit before I move on a bit further. I might move forward there and then do a bit of sweet hen. Okay, so let's see how it goes. And today I'm officially low on 28 size 28 needles. This is all I've got, the spare ones, and I've got tons and tons of needles, they all docked in different locations. So let's see how it goes. You know, it's every day's a new day, different challenges. 67 is my first color, and of course it means absolutely nothing to you because this is GeckoRouge chart, and it comes in sort of, you know, hidden DMC numbers, and they're all hidden behind this numeric order of numbers here from 1 to 149, which is the number of colors I've got. So 67, maybe some of you, those Rayman, you know, stitchers, you can tell me what color it is. It's 67. Some of you can go, that's A26 or something. You know, some people can do that. I know, aliens. So 67 is this burgundy. Ebony is also joining us. Good to see you. And if you've just joined me in my monologue, I'm coming back to say hello. Hi, Lizzie. Good to see you too. And oh, Liz Paz. I think Liz might be new, and we welcome the newcomer in the chat with a little highlight spot. Okay. Liz Paz says, hello everyone, I'm on lunch, but I want to say hello and I love watching your stream. I watch the previous day's video every morning when I get to work. Thank you for always keeping me company. Yes, that's what we're here for. And you're keeping me company as well, Liz. And by just being here and watching. Okay, so welcome. Enjoy your lunch. And, you know, come join us for a chat. And also we have replay. Okay, for those of you, I know you can't always join the live streams. Luckily, we have replays, and you can always catch up on what's happening. But of course, it's even nicer to have you in the chat as well. And Lona has joined us as well. Hello, good to see you, Lona. Yes, and Becky Snook has just joined us as well. Says good afternoon, stitchy friends. So here we go. Let's start with a little bit of warming up, shall we? So let me just turn this, the hoop a little bit more straight here. It's a little bit tricky. And here we go, that's better. And Rose, hello. How good to see you. Says, hello, you all. Just got back last night from a 4-day trip to the beach. Just what I need to get my stitching bug back. Yes. Yeah, it's a little bit drastic. You need a 4-day trip to get a bag. Oh, so good to have you, Rose. I hope you enjoy your trip. That sounds adventurous. Sounds very adventurous. So I'm going to start from this point here. I think that's a logical start if you look at my chart there. So here we go. Oh, so nice. Wasn't able to stitch anything yesterday. I had a Monday was a late start anyway, and then I had a few things to sort out there, you know, live things. How annoying, and get in the way of stitching, but it has to be done. So I thought, well, you know, maybe it's sensible to take a day off. And yes, the rest is just so I can stitch more on the next day with you. So here we go, 2 stitches here. So yes, of course, I think I mentioned this 28 count. And I'm doing 1/1 single strand. Okay, and this is currently my favorite specs. I love every single project on every single sort of fabric count and combination of stitches, but you know, 28 is kind of my sweet spot right now. And I'll be honest with you, you know, I'm kind of enjoying kind of enjoying 32 as well. Don't tell Nikki, okay? I don't want her to get too excited, or Brittany as well. And, you know, I'm kind of slowly liking 32 counts. A little bit more every day. And tomorrow, yes, and talk about 32 counts. Tomorrow is our festive stitching, Christmas stitching. So every Wednesday we get together until Christmas. We do festive stitching. And of course, from this point on, we are stitching Christmas pieces. So some of us are stitching the same piece together. Well, let me double check. It looks slightly iffy here. I don't want to start with a visit of, you know who. Oh, I see. I know what's happening now, because there's 3 stitches I did not mark last session. That's why the shape doesn't match up. Thank God. So it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to mark that 3 stitches. They're from last session. And so minus 3 stitches, okay, at the end. You know, I full transparency here. When it comes to stitches, stitch counts, you know, Yogi doesn't lie. Yogi might lie about everything else. No, I don't. But you know, stitch counts, I have pride, okay. Maybe no pride with other things, but when it comes to stitch counts, I have pride. Full transparency, minus 3 stitches, okay. And before I forget, I want to mark those 3 stitches just in case. Oh, they could go very pear-shaped if I'm not careful. So 3 stitches there, 666, 666 here. So 3 there. I did not mark. Okay. And oh, Rajal as well. Hello. Rajal has also joined the Yogi Squad. So good to have you. Welcome. Wonderful. Rajal has just come back from 2 months in India. I was very close to send out a search party, you know, to find Rajal, because I didn't hear from him. From her. So good to have you back here. Here we go. Nice and slow there. And I like to start with a color that's got at least a few stitches, you know, so I don't have to start and stop. I want to establish the flow here. So I want to pick a color that has got a few stitches going on there. And this is perfect. It's got plenty of stitches. And I think I vaguely remember seeing someone say somewhere, it's snowing already, is it? Nikki say, yay, 32 counter. Well, I don't know, maybe I'll go blind at some point, but so far I'm kind of, you know, liking it. I'm just surprised I can actually see the stitches. So that's what we're doing today. Yes, I nearly forgot. Yes, I was talking about the Christmas stitching we're gonna be having every Wednesday till Christmas. And so it's a piece called A Christmas House. If you want to know what it looks like, just look at the I might show the markup in a bit. And also we have the last stream, okay, that was our starting week last week. And you know, a little bit of twists and turns. I'll give you, you know, too much information there, but I think, you know, we're at a good place with that piece now. And also talking about Christmas as well, we can talk a little bit more tomorrow, but we'll probably do a Christmas Day stream. Would you believe it? Christmas Day is actually, I checked the calendar, Christmas Day 25th December is actually on a Wednesday. See, it's all planned out perfectly, because Wednesday is our festive stitching day, right? Christmas stitching day till Christmas, but the actual Christmas is also on Wednesday. Or is it on Thursday? Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I got it wrong. I need to check again. Is it Wednesday or Thursday? But whichever day, that would be our final session for Christmas stitching. That's perfect finish. So and oh, hello, Joyce has joined us. Joyce the Strangler Stitcher. No, Joyce has come up with a new video. Okay, guys, Stitchy Dutchy, of a way to manage your part threads. Okay, so a lot of people put off by part threads for various reasons. The fact that they're just threads dangling. Okay, they're allergic to that, or they just simply don't know how to manage them. And Joyce came up with a method that only Joyce can. Seriously, if you know Joyce, she's a clever clerk, okay? So she's come up with a really clever way to manage them. So go have a look. It involves some form of strangling, so strangulation. I won't give you more clues, okay? Just saying. Just saying. This is so nice. And the color is so rich as well. The entire piece is just full of, you know, just an explosion of colors. Explosion of colors. So someone like me, who is constantly looking for, excuse me, changes. And, you know, if I stitch the same color for too long, my eyes get very fatigued. My mind starts to kind of go numb. But so I'm constantly looking for changes. Natty says, snowing here in New York. Oh, already. Yes, New York's got very clear 4 seasons as well, isn't it? I remember saying that all the cities that have very strong fashion culture tend to have very clear seasons. You know, places like, I don't know, Florida or maybe California, perhaps, will not have, you know, that much fashion going on because people just wear the same thing all year round. They don't have to change. But places like maybe Paris, London, Milan, or whatever. Well, London's kind of have, I wouldn't say it has clear season because the summer isn't very clear. Yeah. Summer is like, is it actually summer or something else? But this year we had it pretty good. We had heat wave, didn't we? So, the warm weather started pretty earlier on. I remember maybe it was May or June. It was getting quite warm. So it has been a pretty good year. And even, you know, November. Yes, currently it's about maybe just slightly above 10 degrees Celsius. And in the evening it's a little bit lower, but it's, you know, typical. It's not particularly cold. And it's not even that wet just yet. Yet, I say. It's probably coming. But, so nothing too unusual is happening here weather-wise. Rajal says, I need to get help. Get Saga for my counter cross stitch kit. Rajal, there's a lot of help you can get from our Facebook group. I know a lot of people, particularly newly joined. Rajal has been a regular, but the best place to look for help is probably the Facebook group because their members out there, they're quite knowledgeable with a conversion in particular. That's where people have a lot of trouble. And there are different ways you can, you know, achieve the conversions. So, you know, look for help there. Here we go. Right, let me do a match here. Just make sure that I'm actually on the right spot there. Okay, I might have... Okay, I confess, there's one extra stitch I made. But it's okay, the colors are very, very similar. So I'm going to fudge it. Okay, let me fudge it, guys. Just one stitch. Just one stitch. Karen says, when you order a kit from Painting Fairy, they send you 3 little plastic devices that help you manage pass threads. Oh, are you talking about those little kind of bobbin thingy? Sort of UFO looking thing. I actually bought a few because I've seen floss tubers having it, and I used them for like twice. I gave up on them because I don't know. I rather to have my threads kind of, you know, just I have a habit of trying to stroke my pass threads. So I find the I think those bobbin type thingy probably are quite good if you're going to part them for a little while. Let's say you're moving on to a different location of the fabric, so it's a quite tidy way of doing it. But I think Joyce's method is more sort of it works better for working process because it doesn't get in the way. You kind of just bundle everything together, tuck it away, and then it's kind of quick release. You can release the threads quite quickly, and it does not require any, you know, object or devices to do. So have a look at Joyce's method. And I'll definitely try it when I part next time. Lona says, I'm stitching 3A65 white right now. Yeah, it sounds like the pale snow white color, isn't it? Oh, Lona. Yes, air stitching is is challenging, particularly on white fabric. And that's why I got slightly colored version of fabric for Christmas, because it involves some snow. If it's a Christmas piece, we're talking a little bit of snow there. So sometimes the color fabric helps. Let me have a look here. I would like to be able to finish this piece before I move on, and it's got quite a few stitches still. So I think that shouldn't be a problem. And also I want to free up my needles. If I keep docking them on my board, I'm going to run out of needles in about 10 minutes. So Janine says, I'm at work and Wi-Fi here is awful. I'm only getting a few words at a time, so I guess I'll watch replay later. We're having snowstorm. Oh dear, snowstorm. We're having snowstorm right now and it's causing problems. Oh, Janine, I know how annoying. Yes, nature can be annoying if it's interfering with Wi-Fi and you can't watch Yogi. Yes, just keep it calm, and the replay is always there. You can, in fact, and pull out a replay and watch those. And hopefully the internet is okay. But yeah, and watch later. Don't get stressed. We're here. We're here. Suzanne says, that's my favorite white. All the whites are the same, Suzanne. What do you mean favorite white? Yeah, some of them are more cream, aren't they? But I know. I get scared when I see very pale colors. Not even white, even just like very light blue. Oh, I get sweaty. I just go, yes, air stitching time is coming. And some people enjoy it. Oh, I don't know, aliens. Let me have a sip of my coffee. Yes, I have a freshly brewed coffee today. No peppermint tea today, but I have a big mug of coffee, black coffee. Cynthia says, snowing heavily here in Vermont. We are in Sky Country. Oh, wow, already? So enough snow to ski. Dear, oh dear. Sounds quite nice though. So you're guaranteed to have a white Christmas, don't you? Because in London, other parts of the UK, sometimes it snows. It's probably more common. More like the likelihood of having white Christmas is slightly higher than London. I mean, London sometimes we don't snow at all. It's not unusual. In fact, it's unusual if it does, but it's all about timing, isn't it? So you can have a bit of snow every year, but people want it to be around Christmas because it's nice, right? And if you have snow all the time, you probably think it's really annoying to have a lot of snow. We never have that much. Okay, we have a few flakes, and if we're lucky, there's something on the floor still the next day, and it happens from time to time. Maybe every few years. But sometimes the timing is not right. Sometimes too early, sometimes too late. It snowed in January and stuff like that. So I cannot recall the last white Christmas. You know, it's so for white Christmas to happen. It's not just about snowing. It's about having meaningful amount of snow that you can actually see it. It's not being, it's not melted away too quickly. And that rarely happens. Sometimes just coldness without snow. Oh, that's probably more normal. But I think if you go, north, to sort of maybe Scotland, it's more likely to have more snow. Not in London. Hello, Vaduhi, welcome. And Lizzie says it's saturated here in Wales, Yogi. We're in for torrential rain. Oh, we had a little bit of that a few days ago. It didn't last very long, thank God, but it was just chucking it down. Sometimes it happens. It's a little bit scary because, London rain or British rain is always drip, 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 kind of just sprinkly that you don't need to carry an umbrella. It's just kind of, the little bit wetness. But when it rains properly, it rains. It's scary. A little bit scary. All right then, let me make the last stitch of this color. That was nice. And the stitches are not too scattered because sometimes you have to be hyper focused. Otherwise, you're gonna get a visit from Mr. F. Here we go. Lovely. Suzanne says, here we live in the middle of Sweden. It's a bit rainy, but no snow yet. Oh, I would have thought Sweden would be... is it quite cold in the winter, I wonder? It should be, right? You probably have a lot of snow. I remember watching a lot of cycling YouTube videos. A lot of them from Holland, and also Denmark as well. And it's hilarious to watch people trying to cycle on bicycles and snowy days, and people were sliding over everywhere. I just get up and keep cycling. I love it. Oh, lovely coffee. Karen says it was freezing in Melbourne yesterday, and with a lot of rain today it gets to 20 Celsius, but I will be glad to get home this afternoon. But in Melbourne, I thought it was barbecue season, right? It's freezing, but freezing for Karen in Australia is probably not the same as us. You know, freezing for us is minus 5. In Australia, probably anything below 15. They probably go, you know, it's like, it feels slightly wintry, nippy. Right, I'm going to move down a little bit. It looks exciting. Just a switch of color palettes there. I like doing that. Just go to random colors. Here we go. So it's a gray color, bluish gray here. A number 7, again, it means absolutely nothing to you. So I'm going to show you what color it is. Number 7. Any guesses? Whoops. Sorry guys, I'm getting to your comments. Let me just thread this needle first. Multitasking. And Homestead Knitting says currently stitching a Christmas piece with snow, and I love the white on white and the air stitching. Oh my goodness, Sarah, we have an emergency here. We've got an air stitcher, okay, which is, you know, equivalent of alien stitcher. Okay, this is how it works, the conversion. If you love air stitching or just long distance extreme, you know, 310 stitching, you probably have to, you know, you probably find yourself in our alien club. We do not seek permission, okay? We just send you there. The community needs to be protected, guys. Oh, yes, Homestead loves air stitching. Oh. Then, in that case, Homestead Knitting, I'll highly recommend our work from Kim Jacobs. Okay, just if you love air stitching, oh my goodness, you have a lot of air stitching to do with the Kim Jacobs. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, but can be challenging. So I will highly recommend looking up Kim Jacobs' piece from Heaven and Earth. Okay, I'm still working on a few from her, a few pieces from her. It can be challenging. And Cynthia says, we host the Women's World Cup for skiing often. Our mountain here called Killington, okay? It's the first to open the east coast of USA and the last to close every year. Oh, so it's proper then for competition and everything. I cannot ski to save my life, okay? I can ice skate a little bit. I can just do it without falling over too frequently. But a ski, I've tried a couple of times, hopeless. It's just not in my, you know, DNA to want to ski at all. I like roller skate when I was a kid, and I've been, you know, I have done ice skating from time to time, but I haven't done it for a little while. But I can skate, but just not skiing, just not my thing. Seafood stitching. Who's doing seafood stitching? I'm not in a little crab territory just yet. Nikki, are you stitching seafood? Oh, yes. The alarm bell is going to, you know, just go off everywhere. Yes, Kimberly's a big fan of Joyce. Me too. Joy says this was the first time path threads really annoyed me. I like the 2/2 diagonal blocks, and so had to find a solution. Yes, it's interesting because Joyce is not doing block by block. She's doing 4 blocks at a time, right? So 200 by 200. So it's double the size whatever your fabric count you're stitching. And then she parks accordingly using the diagonal block parking method. So maybe that's why you have more part threads, right? Because you're quadrupling the area that you're stitching at one time. So you probably have more part threads, correct? Depends on the pattern, of course. So because normally Joyce's part threads are like really well-behaved school kids. They just stay there, really tidy, and they don't complain. Whereas my part thread generally just look like unruly, I don't know, hooligans. And they just go anywhere, and I need to tame them by, managing them all the time. I don't mind it. It's quite therapeutic for me, parking. But, and some people don't like 2-strand parking, right? So if you're stitching with 2 strands, it means you're doubling everything with the part threads. I don't mind it. I actually find it perfectly fine. Single strand, double strand parking, no problem. No problem for me. I know it's not for everyone, but it's worth a try, right? If the last time you part, you go, oh, not for me, and just watch Yogi's block by block demo. It's on the videos section as well, so it's easier to find because everything's under stream gets flushed and buried because we do a daily stream. So I moved the video to under the video section as well, so you can find it, and also under the playlist of tutorial. Okay, not that I have anything to teach, but it's generally named as tutorial playlist from Yogi. So have a look. So there are few things there might be useful. Suzanne says, I bike all year round, even in the snow sometimes. It's not great if it's slushy, but it's really cold when it's perfect. And talking about that, Suzanne, I hope you're fully recovered from all the bruises, because Suzanne, of course, living in Sweden, and they cycle everywhere. I cycle everywhere as well, but we don't have snow that frequently. And Suzanne, I think, had a sort of, accident, hopefully not too bad, thankfully. It's a bicycle accident. So she was, for a little while, having a lot of bruising every night. But we're trying to help, keep her company to distract her from the soreness. So hopefully it's all sorted now. I nearly forgot about that. Okay, so I might move down a little bit. There are a few more stitches here. And 28 counts, I'm just more comfortable traveling a little bit further, because physically it's it's probably shorter in distance comparing to lower count fabric. So maybe that's why. So for some reason 28, I'm just more happier traveling a little bit further. So I am going to take it over. Do I need to do a yogi move? Let's do a yogi move, okay? Let me take this thread over and do a little pin, half a pin, just anchor the thread here away from the stitch area, because I'm going to take it down here somewhere and it's overlapping a lot of stitches. So I am going to, once I anchor over here, I'm going to count to 3, 2, 3. And then do a few more here. Oh, Nikki says I'm stitching seafood. If it's a crab, yes, technically. Oh dear, Nikki, what do I do then? If I actually deny the fact that it's a cottage, technically I'm stitching seafood. You're right, Nikki. Oh dear, I'm a seafood stitcher. The time has finally come. Dun dun dun. I know. Sarah, please don't take me, you know. I need to be here to do daily stream. I cannot be in the alien club. Have mercy. Have mercy. Kimberly says, I like the snow. I don't like driving in it, but love it. It's time to pack our freezer for the winter. Oh, and I hope you have an oversized freezer, because if you're going to be snowed in, you want to have a lot of food waiting for you. Oh, no, incorrect. 1, 2, 3. Oh, watch your step, Yogi. Oh, yeah, it is. Have I come up too close? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's correct. 2. Okay. Oh, I'm actually correct. Is this one? That wasn't. It was 1 stitch too low. It's supposed to be 3. It's okay. I'll keep my eyes closed. And you are as well. You haven't seen anything, okay? Look away, look away. Close. Maybe 1 eye. And sometimes 2, both. That helps. I think, yes, this little green stitch is 1 stitch too low. But no one will notice. I didn't. I'm going to have another sip of my coffee. Joy says, lots of part threads are not 100% cotton, so they behave differently. A bit clingy. Oh, so they were CXC. They need to be disciplined. I know. Joyce is big on disciplining her threads, okay? By gently strangling them slowly. And they look quite well behaved afterwards. So it's working, okay? It's working, Joyce. I'll definitely try it. Joyce's past threads is always so neat. I don't know. Maybe she hypnotizes them and go, look into my eyes, look into my eyes, you know. And those threads just go, yeah, okay. And they all look really well behaved. Whereas my past threads generally just look like the aftermath of, you know, tornado. Oops. What's happening here? And Lizzie says, the last time I was on a bike, I was 14. Oh dear. Okay, 14. The front wheel caught on a stone. I was practically flung over the handlebars and broke my arm. I swore never again to be on a bike. I have nonsense. Oh dear, yeah, that I suppose that will put you off, wouldn't it? If you actually have some sort of injury. But falling off bikes is probably quite common for kids. I mean, that's how you learn. And also kids play around. But that's a shame because bicycle is my main mode of transportation. I rarely get in a car or on a tube unless I have to go slightly further away or if I'm in a hurry. Otherwise, I cycle everywhere. It's freedom. It's freedom. So I'm in the seafood territory here, indeed. So this is the belly here, and this is the bottom. Oh, I'm pretty close, actually. Danger zone, danger zone. Suzanne says, I still have a large bruise on my leg since August. Oh, it's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, it's like 6 months or so. And the doctor said it might take a few more months. I wonder why it takes so long for bruises to go away, because they normally, I don't know, the healing process, even major ones. Well, then I don't know. I'm not a doctor. So do not listen to anything I say, okay? No medical training here. But I just imagine the bruises would be, they're only there for kind of short term for you know, that kind of impact. I don't know. But I hope everything's well and you manage to get back on the bicycle, because sometimes if you have some sort of accident with a vehicle, that you're unwilling to go back, just like Lizzie. She hasn't gone back to the bicycle since she was 14 and now she's almost 16. It's been 2 years, Lizzie. It's time to get back on the saddle, as they say. 2 years. It's a long time, Lizzie. So Suzanne is back. Yeah, that's good. That's really good to hear. Because sometimes it's psychological, you know. You just feel like you have flashbacks and stuff like that. But Lona says, Yogi, I'm going to trust that you will keep me company if they have to do surgery on my elbow. Yes, I will. I'll softly speak next to you, you know, in your ears as they perform the surgeries. Oh dear. I hope the elbow is doing okay, Lona. And it will be well, you know. It might be a little bit sore for a little bit. And then you will just get better. And then you will have a bionic arm that you can stitch 3 times faster, Lona. Just think of that. Just think of that. I think even Sarah will want one, you know. A robotic arm. Oh, Lizzie just outed her age. It's you. You did it. I didn't. Okay, so she says I'm 45. Yeah, you look 16 to me. All right. That's all that counts. Belinda. Hush, hush, Belinda, okay? And also it's a green crab, not an orange one, all right? Get emoji correctly. Is there a green crab emoji? Maybe I need to make one. Right, so this one will be the last one of this color, and I am going to end this right here. That was nice. Kind of just follow the color at this point. Nikki's Nikki and Joyce. You two should get together and see, you know, how you can, you know, discipline the thread. Nikki says, Joyce, straighten the threads with water before choking them. Oh dear. Okay, Nikki, you're going to get this you know, stream banned. Okay, we're talking about strangling, choking, discipline, that kind of stuff. Oh, we're gonna get banned. Okay, the channel is gonna get taken down, and then you know it's all Nikki's fault and Joy's. Okay. You know, they're probably going to accuse Yogi for encouraging, inciting, you know, violence against threads, past threads. Claudia says a little light pillaging is just what's needed to get the blood moving. Here we go. I kind of quite fancy going down from here. For some reason, the symbols, they just look inviting. Sometimes do you not think when you look at a chart and there's certain formation of the symbol, you kind of go, yeah, that looks stitchable. Kind of, you know, it just looks like a nice one to go for. Right. Oh, this is gradually easing into air stitching. Okay, this one is number 30. Number 30, let me show you. Claudia. Okay, this stream is officially banned by YouTube. Claudia says, Yogi, maybe Joyce's thread like it. Hasn't been strangled. Okay, too much information from you, Claudia. And Claudia, you know, yeah, all right. 30. Sarah says, I have my bionic arm for 11 years now. Yes. Oh, wow. No wonder. I knew it. I knew it. Lona says, I can't see me stitching 3,000 to 3,060, 3,600 stitches a day. Yeah, then do not speak to Nikki, okay? Look away. Do not have eye contact with Nikki. All right, because she's in a family in an alien territory. See? Add stitching, I told you. Can you even see the stitches? The thread is there, I promise you. Rochelle is there. Rochelle says, what have I walked into? Viking and pillaging and strangling. All that stuff. Welcome, Rochelle. Is gradually moving into the air stitching. I mean, it's not as bad as white, but blending with slightly lighter, darker shade of grey as well. I know it's going to be quite pretty when it's done, but slightly challenging for the eyes. But luckily, only one more stitch. Okay, I'm gonna ending this thread. A little tucking. Nikki says, I want some bionic eyeballs. Will they let me have those super lenses even if I don't have cataracts? I think, and speak to Elon Musk. Neuralink can probably help you. So you can probably have eye implants that you can see really far away and very close up, you know, those things. 30, let me pop it back. Oh, I do already have a 30. I didn't check, did I? 30. I already have one thread on my needle board. Right, so that's done. Oh, that transition is actually very nice. You know, that's lovely. I love how it's charted though with this piece as well. It's either very, very strong, really bold, or very, very gradual. Whereas Heaven and Earth charts, I find generally they blend in more. Maybe it's just the charting style, because every person that do the charting, they probably have their own way, their own method. But I find with GeckoRouge, at least for this project, I only have one kit from them, so I can only speak from this one. It's either very, very bold with a lot of almost block stitching. You know, these ones, they're all 310, completely. No, you know, no apologies from them, unapologetically, completely 310. And then you have area like this. It's very, very confetti, but very, very subtle. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. So you have that really strong, bold colors versus very nuanced transition. I love it. All right. Nikki says, I think 6 portals is all confetti except the borders. But even the borders look, you know, they're definitely, there's a lot going on there with different borders as well. I think the artists put a lot of work in borders in that piece, which is interesting. All right, why don't I just keep it going to see what's happening here? All right, this one's more blue. Number 5, I do have one docked already, nice and quick. Whoops. Yeah. I should have enough of thread to do these ones. Hey, Marsha. Sorry I missed you. Marsha is also here in the chat. Welcome. And any of you, you've just joined and I missed you, it's me, it's not you. And give me a little wave so I know that you're there working with me. Here we go. And also, maybe it was yesterday, maybe earlier today, I can't remember. I was browsing sort of floss tubing channels, and I came across Stitching Master again because I haven't really had a lot of time watching floss tubing recently, so I had a little browse and Master. I can never remember the channel name. Stitching Masterpieces is a lady from Russia, and she was the person that kind of introduced Saga to me. Okay, so the first time I was aware that she was using an app I'd never seen before, and it was from her. And I was watching because the lady seems to only do 10 stitching. I've never seen her doing parking or full cross. She creates charts as well. She's got Etsy shop, and so very frequently she would stitch her own patterns. And oh, hang on, it's Dolly time. Hang on a sec, it's Dolly time. Hello, darling. Hey, sweetie. Oh, can you hear them pitiful meow? Dolly, can you meow again for everyone? Oh, she's where? That's why. Hello, babe. Can you speak for everyone? All the stitchers out there. If it's raining outside, she would come in drenched, okay, and she would not dry the fur by herself. She would just come in, look really pitiful, and wait for me to dry her. So I'm actually gonna grab just paper towel here. Honey, hello. Would you purr for everyone? Hello, babe. Honey, sweetie. Come on then. Come over here. Light purring from from Dolly. Come back. Come up, babe. Need to dry you properly. Honey. Babe. Come over here. Come over here. Need to dry you properly, okay? Otherwise you're gonna file complaints to ISPCA to say I'm being mistreated. I'm not totally dry. Only 80% dry. That's just not acceptable. I know. Here we go. Oh, that's done. Are you happy now? Happy now. Good. Ah, here we go. Happier. A little bit happier. Here. Yes, Dolly time. I know. And did you hear the purring? Dear, oh dear. She's got a very loud purr. And we've got, hello, Catherine. Catherine Ryan. Welcome. Oh, just come in. A little Dolly time there. Suzanne says Ukraine. Are you referring to the lady? Is she from Ukraine or Russia? Or am I just reading completely out of context? Maybe we're talking about something else. Yes, I was talking about the lady. Grace Houston says, hi, Dolly. She's adorable. I know she is. And she knows it. She knows it. And so she's like going, I know I'm cute. And So there you go. She knows how to work me to get me to do things. Yes. Ah, Dolly can feel the love. Laura says Stitching Masterpiece is working on a 14 count full cross. Really? I believe a man reading in a chair. Is that one full cross? Is it like someone in the period costume? Like I don't know what period that was. All right, so she does do 14 counts because every time if I click on any video of her, she does like stitch with me. And it's always 10 stitches. And the reason I wanted to mention that was, now I remember, let me just find where I am right now. Yes, I've done that one. The reason I wanted to mention that was I noticed because I do yogi move, don't I? With full cross, I just take my thread away and do a tug somewhere else under another cross, full cross. And I can hide the thread under quite well because it's full cross, okay? And I have not been doing it with 10 stitches because I thought, well, 10 stitches really just one leg. So if I do anchoring like this, the thread is going to show. But then you know what? By watching her, I'm trying to think what she was doing there. Okay, yes, I remember now. Because she ends her thread, at least the one video I watched, she ends her thread doing a tuck-in like me, but with 10 stitches. So that kind of blew my mind slightly because all this time I'm trying to avoid doing tuck-in with 10 stitches because I didn't want the tucking in area to show. But then I remember that we all do boomerang, don't we? The boomerang by default, it is, you know, you're doing one leg and then come up from the other side, which you're not supposed to be doing with 10, and then loop the thread under and pull it one way or the other. So it dawned on me that essentially that's what I'm doing, similar to what I'm doing with tucking in, because tucking in, I'm just coming up from bottom right corner. That's my that's order that I do, and then do a pin down through the middle like this, right? That's my tuck in. And all this time I've been trying to avoid it with 10 stitches. It's really quite silly because if I'm doing a boomerang, essentially I am showing that little corner there. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Because if you're not familiar with the boomerang, you're probably very confused by now. But you do boomerang and familiar with the way I end my thread or do a yogi move, then essentially it's kind of doing the same thing, isn't it? So having seen that, now I'm happier even because with 10 stitches, I've been finding it challenging to try to do the yogi move because I didn't want to do the want the thread to show. But then now I don't have to worry about it because, you know, once everything is stitched up, that will probably get hidden. You know, this kind of conversation I can only do with you because imagine if I go to a dinner party and start talking about this, they'll probably, you know, I'll probably clear the room very quickly. So thank you guys. Otherwise, I'm going to feel like a crazy person talking about stuff like this. And Simone, hello. Simone has joined us. Welcome. And Kelly as well. Kelly quotes plus. And she says, hi everyone, I just got back from a brewery with our son. He's a brewmaster. Okay, and had to check the pH on few beers. They are in progress. You know, every time the Stitchers talking about their son, I'm just imagining them like a 5-year-old or 6. And then Kelly's talking about brewery. I'm thinking, oh, is he drinking? Is he allowed to drink? Of course, he could be a grown-up person. Or maybe he's 5. I don't know. Is he 5? Oh, yes, maybe Georgian or something like that. I'm not an expert on costumes. Yes, I know that piece. I thought it was 10 stitches as well. Every time I watch her, maybe it's just not closed up enough. I don't know. I didn't look very carefully. But a lot of times she seems to be doing 10 stitches. A lot of sky stitching as well, the lady. Oh, the sky stitchers unite. Yes, it's just like patch of blue, you know, gradients. What's better, you than me? Alicia. Oh, is it the lady's name? I was under the impression she's from Russia. Am I totally wrong there? Because I'm just assuming because she's using a Russian app and she speaks, I presume, was Russian. I have no idea. No idea at all. So I could be wrong. Sincere apologies if I got the location wrong. Yes, Suzanne. So now I don't have to worry about doing yogi move on 10 stitches because it does feel, you know, slightly restricted with 10 stitching projects. But now I can just do what I want and trust that everything just, you know, is going to look okay. Nikki says, I use a start method for 32. How does she start then? I haven't really paid that much attention. So 10 stitching, you know, 10 stitches is quite, well, it's not tricky to start, but it's tricky to end. Suzanne says, and the best thing we all know is what you're talking about. I know, so strange, isn't it? If I start talking about boomerang and yogi moves, I'll be thrown out of any party. I don't care. No food, no supper for you, Yogi. I know, what a relief. Thank you, guys. I feel sane here. Yeah, let me do a little bit of gridding as well. I want to extend this slightly forward to the left because that's where I'm planning to go a little bit to the left. Okay, so let me just draw my lines a little bit more clear here. So this is just regular pencil, okay? And it's okay because once you stitch everything over, you can't see the line, so don't worry, okay? And they do fade away, so that's a good sign, I guess. If I leave it for a few days, start to go a little bit fadey, so they do fade away. Right. Just want to extend the grid a little bit further so I can travel a little bit further. Maybe just one more grid, one more box. All right then. That should do for now. Lizzie says, I have learned recently how to do a loop start with single strands, such a game changer, so easy. I know, yeah, loop start. I tend not to do loop start with single strand because, you know, I just do a cross and tuck the thread under. It's just quicker for me. I'm too lazy to do single strand loop. But I do love double strand loop, right? The actual loop. That's kind of my favorite starting method for 2 strands. But yeah, single strand is very, very handy as well. And single strand loop ending, however, and as far as I know, at least the way I'm doing it, isn't very secure at this point. Maybe for some stitches it works, but for me, I would personally wouldn't do loop ending single strand. The stitches seem to come off in my case. Let's have a look. Let me invert my chart here and see where I can go from here. Oh, a little bit of green. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I have to move down. The this green looks very inviting. I know when quote unquote cottage territory, okay, or seafood zone, and but yeah, I'm going there. Okay, guys, I'm wearing my helmet. All right, Nikki. Stitch safely. 109, 109, 109. It is a green. 108, 109. Yes, the green crab color. Here we go. Hello, Maddie. Good to see you. And Grace Austin says, Yogi, does your partner find your stitching fascinating, or does he look a little like a deer headline when you discuss it with him? I do not discuss stitching with him. Okay, I would not go there. He's got some, interesting hobbies as well that I have no interest in. So when I'm streaming right now, if he's at home, he will be in his little cave doing his own things. So we're quite lucky. We've got 2 spare rooms, and we can just create our little nest, and occasionally we wander into each other's world. Of course, we meet at the other areas in the house, but we kind of have our own individual little room here, and so no, we don't. I don't talk about nitty-gritty with him with stitching or knitting or anything like that. No, I tried to get him to knit at one point, and he tried a little bit. So that's as far as we go. I would not even dare to suggest him to do cross stitching. No, and I don't talk about it not in that way. I talk about a channel, for instance, or stuff that we talk about that's funny, etc. So we have those kind of conversation. I do not engage in boomerang or strangling method or anything. I might mention the strangling because it's funny, but but otherwise no. I like to keep the worlds separate. It's better that way, and he can keep his hobbies as well. And we have common hobbies. We both like Lego, for instance, so we play Lego sometimes, but like 2 big kids. But otherwise, no. It's probably healthy to keep them, have kind of separate things that we get on. And so yeah, no stitching conversation in that sense. Okay, so yes, I bet he will probably have his, his mind probably go numb after three minutes of me talking about yogi moves and all that stuff. So I can only do it with you guys, okay? So thank you. Otherwise I feel like a mad person, having all these things in my head, and I cannot express it to anybody. Oh, that'd be terrible. Nikki says, I try to talk to my family about stitching. And I see their eyes glaze over. And do we blame them? No. Because what else do you do? Yeah, I know. It's so weird, isn't it? Yes, I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare even mentioning it. Yes. And I think every person should have at least one weird hobby. I'm not saying this is weird. This is not weird for me, but you know, everybody should have something that they're just passionate about and no one else understands. I think that's good. Kelly says, my son is nearly 25. Okay, slightly above the drinking age. Good, good, good. The legal drinking age in this province of British Columbia is 19. Yeah, I think it's quite weird. If I remember correctly, in the UK it's 21. It used to be 19, and then for some reason they just raised it to 21. But come on, you know, if you go to any college, all the majority of students 19, 18, 20. You're saying they're not drinking? Are you kidding me? So I don't know why they did that. And it makes it really silly because at the supermarket, sometimes they ask to see your identity, like ID card, not ID card, so some sort of ID, just to prove that you're over 21. But I think the legal age to get married, if you with supervision, you can get married at 16. Seriously, it makes no sense. So you can get married, have a child, have children, but you cannot drink because you're not responsible enough to drink. But you can produce human beings. Claudia says, my husband tries to follow along when I talk about stitching. Most he just thinks I'm nuts. Yeah, I know. And also, you know, there's cross stitching and there's cross stitching. I think with samplers, if you show, you know, the family members or whatever, a little bit of cross stitching, you know, like a little bit of a sampler, they kind of go, oh, that's pretty. Yes, go for it. But if you show them something like this, they're going to just flip over and go, what is going on with you? I know, just why do you want to do stitching, you know, something that looks so intense? And I kind of don't blame them because the first time I saw, you know, full coverage stitching and particularly parking as well, my mind was blown. And at that point, I had been stitching a sort of, you know, samplers and stuff for quite a while by that point, on and off, right? But oh, I'm gonna do a very quick reverse stitching. Look away, guys, look away. Nothing to see here, okay? Just a very quick demonstration of my reverse stitching technique. There, oh, that was beautiful. Suzanne says, speaking of kids, today my child decided to pronounce cycle as pissico. Okay, this stream is definitely going to be banned by YouTube, just the way I said it. Oh, right. So Alex actually broken up the word in two. It is a weird looking word, isn't it? Psychology, the as PH, I can't even pronounce it. PSY start is a weird kind of start of a word. If you don't know, you know, you've never seen that word before, you wouldn't know how to pronounce it. And Claudia says, Yogi, we do that. We call it our alone together time. Yes, Claudia. Well said. So Claudia's referring to what I said earlier on of being in the same house, in the same space, but separate area and doing their own things. Oh, lovely. I love it. It's nice to be in the same space, but pursuing our own hobbies. I think it's a sign of trust when you're truly comfortable with each other. You don't need that constant confirmation to say we have to do everything together. It's all we. You know, we're not kind of a we. I'm definitely not a we person. I respect him as a human being on, you know, on its own. And he does to me as well. And we respect that we'll have different needs at different times. And we like to do different things. We don't have to do everything together to prove that we're together. That would be that's insecure talk. You know, people have to attach to the other person all the time and go we. That's a, you know, that's a sign of being dependent. And I think for me, at least, I can only speak for myself, the best relationship is when I feel like me rather than part of something else. And when you break up with someone, you feel like half of you got stripped away and suddenly wake up from a strange dream. So I learned that lesson, and knowing that the best way to keep it going is to really be yourself. And if the other person doesn't want it, he doesn't want you, really. So I'm totally with you, Claudia. Grace Hudson says, who knows, he might love it. For some reason, maybe not. just a hunch, I might try at some point. If I, you know, maybe I get to the point I just want to break up with him. Then I'll go, hey, you know, maybe you'd like to try 32 counts, extreme cross country. I think it's fun. Do it. Yes. And then I'll be partnerless the next day. And I'll come and tell you all about it. Nati says, my husband loves the art, but does not do, but not doing the process. I showed him treasure hunt. Loves the art as in the cross-stitching pattern. Okay. And she says, I showed him treasure hunt bookshelf, and he said it should be done about a year. I'm optimistic, you know. I can see why you like him. And Natty says, I laughed and said more like 5 years. That made him eyes twitch. In my case, 20 or maybe 50. Who's counting? I'm not. Yes. I know it's a strange hobby, isn't it? Because not many things would take so long to complete and people still want to do it. You know, any kind of crafts. They can probably be completed. Even knitting a really large project like blanket or something, you can probably do it in a few weeks if you keep doing it. But for some reason, when it comes to full coverage, we like them big. I do. And complex, you know, max colors and stuff. Joy says, sometimes I bring up the subject of stitching on purpose. It's so funny to watch them struggle to change the subject. Politely, yes, just go, oh, yeah, oh, that's fascinating. You know, when someone listens to what you say and go, fascinating, you know, they just want to change the subject or go to another room. And Beth says, our legal drinking age here in New Zealand is 18. I spent several months of uni waiting to turn 18 so I could join everyone. Well, Beth, I'll tell you this much. I was a late starter with drinking, to be honest. I just, not that I was trying to be a good kid or whatever that means. I just wasn't interested. I don't think I had even the first drink, like meaningful drink, as in like a full drink, alcoholic drink, till I was 21 or something like that. I just wasn't interested. And then for some reason, I discovered wine, because up to this point, all the students were just drinking beers, and I don't like the taste of beers. I said, well, it tastes gross. So when everybody was drinking alcohol, I was drinking tomato juice. I ask you, I don't know why. I don't want to drink tomato juice now. Kind of Bloody Mary without alcohol type of thing, and you know, peer pressure. Not well, I didn't start having alcohol because of peer pressure. It just somehow finally I thought, well, I'll give it a try, and then so I discovered wine, which I loved for quite a long time. So yeah, I didn't have a sort of, you know, didn't start drinking till I was 21-ish. And I managed to catch up. Let's put it that way. I did well. I did well. Oh, this one slipped. Let me double check. That one's looking a little bit funny. I'm gonna just stitch over it. This stitch slipped. Chloe C says legal drinking age here in the UK is 18. Oh, is it 18? I thought it was 21 though. So when you go to a supermarket, they want to show. Are you sure, Chloe? I think it's 21, because they ask to see your ID to check if you're over 21 though. You have a check for 25 now. If you look under 25, you have proof with ID. They put it on to 25? I didn't know that. I have been asked to produce ID when it was 21. Okay, hello, yes. Have to brag about it. But 25 makes 0 sense. 25, you can literally become the prime minister of the country. And but they check you for alcohol. That makes no sense. I'm pretty sure it was 21 at one point, but I don't know whether that equates to legal age though, Chloe. So you could be right. Legal age is 18, but they check for 21. Why? If it's not legal, what are you checking? Such a strange thing. Let me do one more stitch here before I miss it. There. Betty says, I think if you can join to fight for your country at 18, you should be able to buy a beer or enjoy some drinks. Yes, you can use guns and, you know, shoot random people. But you can't drink because you're not trusted, because you don't know what you're doing. Exactly. That's how it works. It's a strange world. Kelly says, I got asked for ID in San Pedro, California, 2 weeks before I turned 49. I told the server I could have kissed him. I know, Kelly, I know. Yes, it's annoying, but you know, you have to brag about it. Absolutely, Kelly, you're doing well. Yes. Alison Rennie says, hubby asks me questions and when I'm stitching, and he sees you while I'm watching. Oh, okay, so the hubby can see it. Others ask questions and are surprised at the details when I show them my webs. I know. I think even as a regular stitcher, if you've never come across to this side before, as in, full coverage, you could be shocked because it's just so many stitches involved and some of them are so small. I can totally get that. Abney says, I stitch in my living room with my husband, but he does not, he's not interested in, he's not interested, and that's okay. I'm not interested in sports or gaming. Exactly. And I love the fact that, we're all sort of nerds in different areas and we're all happy with each other. Exactly. You don't have to do everything together. That'd be so boring, wouldn't it? It's nice to have some common interests, and I'm sure you probably have some of them for you, to be together, some sort of commonality. But it doesn't have to be doing everything together. That would be so boring. And I love the fact my partner's got some, unusual, not unusual, but weird hobbies that I have no interest in, but he's passionate about. So I love that. I love that. Cynthia is done for the day and time for supper. 309 stitches. Yes, well done, Cynthia. That's tremendous. Enjoy your dinner and come back to see Yogi, okay? And Kelly says Canada does drinking age per province. In Alberta, it's okay. That's where son went to college and he was legally allowed to take the course. Oh, so in order to, so that Kelly, your son actually went to study, of course, in order to be a brewery master. I don't know what the proper terminology would be, but in order to study, maybe start from slightly younger age, right? So, okay, yes. I suppose for people who study kind of, hospitality, that kind of stuff, or a wine master or whatever it's called, I suppose, I'm sure some people start quite young, so there must be some sort of separate, legal definition for what is allowed or what not. I don't know. But then again, French, they don't care. French, they just, feed their babies some brandy if they're too noisy. Just calm them down and see how well they turn out. They're perfectly fine. No problem there. A bit of brandy, doesn't hurt. I'm gonna have a sip of my power drinks here. Alandria says, my sister had a baby. You mean now? Oh dear. Alandra says she was taken in yesterday to be induced because baby was measuring large. She was taken for a C-section today. Oh my goodness. My first nephew, I have 7 nephews, weighing 10-pound one. Is that big? I don't know. Those of you who have babies, is that a large baby? Oh my God, it's so large. They needed a C-section. Congratulations. Landria, send my love to your sister. That's tremendous. Is it the first baby? My first nephew, so it must be a first baby. Oh my goodness. Yes, C-section. Yes, it's quite demanding for the body. Wow. Well, it's demanding for the body either way. Well done. Well done. Yes. So it's the second birth that we share on, being shared on the chat. Oh no, 4. A third one. We've got Travis, newborn baby, And we've got Joyce's grandson. And I think Sarah had one as well, like a newborn as well. And also now we have Alandria's nephew. How nice. We love news like that. And thank you for sharing that. You can feel the joy and relief as well. You've been in labor for a long time. Claudia says the only reason I will want my husband to stitch is so that he will finally understand why I need so many whips. Every time he sees me with a new start, I can see his eyes roll. I know. Yes, I mean, even if he doesn't understand, it's okay. Just keep starting new projects, and he will come to terms with it. Yes, I know. I think people who do not stitch this kind of project, they're going to go, you just started one that is going to take, 10 years to finish, and you're starting another one. What are you doing? I can see that. But then, as a stitcher, we know how that works. Every new start for me is like a new world opening. And of course, I want more of that. Why settle with one world when you can have 20 or 200 with some of them have 3-digit projects? Let me see, 1, 2 here. And 1 down here. I need to count carefully. Okay, yes. That's quite true, Lizzie, because a big baby you have to carry in the body, isn't it? So weight training. Lona says, I crocheted a large throw in 4.5 days. I know, yes. It's interesting, isn't it? We crochet and knitting. It really depends. I've got a blanket that's been ongoing for over 2 years. I'm about 50% there, and it's good fun to do. It's just the bandwidth and also motivation to pick it back up again. Normally, prior to dedicating so much time stitching, that kind of project would have taken me maybe a couple of weeks, max. And the great thing about crochets is that you can use the end product, right? It's a practical thing. But the half of the blanket is still there waiting for me. I look at it every day and thinking, oh, I should finish that off, because then I can use the blanket. But I just have not. It's just not enough time to do all that. I'd like to finish it though, particularly now it's getting colder. It would be a perfect time to crochet. And also with knitting, particularly crochet, because the one I'm making is actually involves different stitches. So it's probably just a hassle of having to remind myself how to do all the stitches. I follow a YouTube tutorial. It's really good actually. So I'm doing that blanket, but there's so many different stitches with every single strip that I just can't be bothered. Maybe tomorrow, So it just kept dragging on. So let me double check the stitches here. Make sure that I have marked everything. Good. All right. So that was the green stitches there. Moving toward the danger zone. Alandria says huge. No baby in our family has reached 8 pounds. Before this, my daughter was the largest at 7 pounds. Oh dear. Yeah, to be so large, they need C-section. It's got to be, like quite big. I have no idea what the regular size is, but clearly it's oversized. Supersized, okay? Supersized. 90 says 21 is the drinking age here. Yeah, I was under the impression 21 is 21 over here as well. Maybe they have different sort of slightly different definition, depends. Why would you be checking at 21 if the legal age is 18, right? It doesn't make sense. Let me have a quick Google actually. I'm pretty sure it's 21. I think it used to be 18 or something like that. And then let me just have a quick Google, because just so I know. UK legal drinking age. Okay, it says the legal age for buying and drinking alcohol is 18. It's legal for those under 18 to buy. It's legal for those under 18 to buy alcohol or drink in public places. Exception for those age 16 or 17, including drinking beer. What? Why? You can drink. This is weird. It says you can drink at age 16 or 17. You can drink beer, wine, or cider, very specific, with a meal in licensed restaurant. Guys, does it make sense? So, you can't buy drinks legally by yourself under age 18, but you can drink in a restaurant, in a licensed restaurant, beer, wine, or cider, maybe no whiskey, at a restaurant. It makes zero sense. So maybe they're assuming that if you're in a restaurant, you're under supervision. So if your parents agree, you can drink as much as you want. So where is the 21 coming from then? Why are they checking for 21? This is so stupid. Was the drinking age ever 21 in the UK? And it says it still remains an offence to serve alcohol to anyone under 18 in the UK. So where does 21 coming from then? Because it doesn't say 21, it says 18. So why do they check if you're over 21? I don't know. Maybe they're just mad. No idea. So 21 in the USA. Alandra says it's definitely 18, but the retail guidelines are to ask for ID if they don't look in their 20s. I know because my son has been buying me wine gifts for a couple of years and only just turned 21. It makes no sense. So, yeah, but I remember when I was asked for ID, I was specifically told, are you over 21? And I laughed. I showed my ID. But, so they're specifically looking for age 21. I have no idea. Alandria says, I last got ID'd at 41. I didn't even realize I was being ID'd. The cashier says, have you got ID for that? And I just said yes and continue scanning, ignoring her. I don't look young. Oh, and Alandria, I bet you do. If you get ID, you're doing well. And, Claudia says, you aren't alone, like Landria. No one ever asked me either unless I'm with my husband. He looks like a child, so they'd make both of us to prove our age. I think they think I'm buying drinks for a minor. Oh, Claudia. Oh, Claudia's got a toy boy. Here we go. Let me flip my chart over. That doesn't make sense. I think they're just making up rules as they go along. You probably know more if you have a child of that age. But so you know where the black and white lines are. But the fact that they can drink at restaurants, it doesn't make sense. So if they go to a restaurant by themselves, they can drink as much as they want. Oh dear. Right, maybe it's time for a little bit of 310 stitching. What do you think, guys? I think a little bit of 310 might be quite nourishing to our minds here. So I can continue with this little curved line here to give you more definition of the belly of the kitty, right? That sounds like a good idea. A little bit of a healing 310 stitching. Oh, and Sarah says my new granddaughter is due in January. Yeah, Sarah, I think that there was a newborn a while ago, wasn't there? I think it was your. Oh no, maybe it was it the granddaughter got pregnant? I remember there was a little bit of celebration there. Yes, I like good news like that. 16, which is 310, I believe. You know, life happens as we're stitching, isn't it? See you later, Lizzie. Enjoy your sleep, peaceful sleep. Suzanne says, goal met for today, 845 stitches. What was your goal? 300, and you just went way over. The days like that. It doesn't happen to me that often. When I had when I used to do Pattern Keeper, was it Pattern Keeper? Oh no, Markup RXP. Because Markup RXP you can set daily goal. So I just set a goal for a laugh, and for a while I set it at 300. 300. And if you know the speed I'm stitching, that's a little bit ambitious, right? And I actually managed to hit it a few times. Even though it's daily go, I probably hit it once a month. And that's a good month. Yes. And I like the guidelines for the drinking, the type of drinks you're allowed to have at a restaurant is beer, cider, and wine. And cider is included, which is funny. What about cocktails? No cocktails. Claudia, yes, 6 years is toy boy, you know? Yes. .310 stitching. Let me have a sip of my coffee. Oh, is it chocolate time? Oh, Sarah, 310 bingo. Yes, the first bingo. goes to, first bingo today goes to Sarah. Yes, well, spooky bingo emoji as well. Yes, yes. We need a little bit more spooky bingo. There's been a little bit. There's a spooky bingo shortage going on here for the last few days. We like a little bit of spooky bingo. Lola is still in the 3865 zone. I think I know the color you're talking about. There's a really white, pale color at the end of my organizer there. It's a chocolate time. In that case, I might join it. Marilyn, hello, good evening. She says, good evening, everyone. How is everybody doing? I think we're doing pretty well, aren't we? How are you doing then? Marilyn, welcome. Becky Snook says, yes, 310 spooky bingo. These black cats are never ending. I know, Becky. Becky, you should be having 310 spooky bingo everywhere with me. Whenever I stitch 310, I'm having a spooky bingo with Becky, okay? Because Becky is working on a piece that is, pretty much black on, that piece Sarah is going to stitch. Is it black on black? It's in that territory. The two beautiful big cats. And Becky, you're doing well, okay? I hope that the cone that you got, 310 cone, is probably running low. Maybe you need to borrow some from Nikki, because you probably won't be able to buy any more 310 cones. All of them got, purchased by Nikki. She just, goes around the internet and get them all the 310 cones. So Nikki, give one to Becky, okay? Becky needs it. And Sarah will probably need some soon. It's a beautiful piece. And you're stitching so fast though, Becky. Every time I look at your whip, you're like moving